Hello everybody, this is Abraham. What we have here is a envelope stuffer machine, and these things are fairly old. This one's probably over 10 years old, still works. The problems with these machines are weird, and there are no parts available. So in this video, if you own a machine like this, it's either NEOPOST SI-30 or HASLER M1000 or FPI-500. Same machine, just I guess different companies purchased it at different times. On my machines, the biggest problems, there were two, and I will show you in a moment. This is my other machine that I'm still working on, and as I was putting it together, I thought I'd make a video on it. This particular machine had two problems. There is a third problem. I'm still trying to solve that. I need some rollers, and nobody has rollers for these machines. But two problems I was able to resolve. First one is the feet that are under the machine. This is what happens to them. They're made from some kind of surgical rubber, plastic, something, and after time it just disintegrates and you cannot fix it. I was looking high and low, and here's what I came up with. So the original setup is you have a screw with a specially made flange that goes through the foot and anchors right into the machine. Since I couldn't find the foot, and if I did, they wouldn't be cheap, this is what I came up with. This is an end cap for a PVC pipe. I think it's 3/4. Just drill the hole right in the center. This is where the replacement for the original foot, that's how it's going to be. Okay, goes into the machine. Once I anchor or screw this into the machine, everything looks good, and PVC is tough and long lasting. I have this rubber foot that simply goes over the top of PVC. And I'll show you. As you can see, 3 of these feet are already in place. You could just leave PVC, but the machine starts walking on flat surfaces. Like I have a metal surface here, it's very smooth. Machine just walks back and forth. With rubber feet, it is stationary. And I know these feet don't last forever, but the cost for this, 59 cents. The cost for PVC, I think 49 cents. I got a receipt here. So we have 4 rubber legs, 59 cents, and 4 PVC plugs. They're actually quarter each, so 99. Oh, what am I looking at? They weren't 99 cents. Okay. Well, at any rate, it's 99 cents each for the PVC, and there is a labor they charged me for drilling the holes. I didn't even have to do that. So anyway, total cost $8.79 with taxes and everything. So I think for 4 feet, it's a good deal. That fixes one problem on this machine. The other problem, and if you have this machine, you all have this problem, the gas shocks go bad. And here are the gas shocks. You cannot find these things. Nobody carries them. They are weirdly inaccessible. And this one, let's see if I could push it. As you can see, has almost no resistance, very little resistance. I have found these shocks. I looked everywhere, and the first place that I started looking at is numbers on the shocks themselves. The company that makes them is Stabilis Liftomat. They're still in business and they still make these things. They just you can't buy them anywhere. So I got just looking on the internet. Sorry, I found this chart for the Liftomat shocks. I measured mine. I measured these. They were exactly the same. And the load of mine are 230 pounds. Or newtons, I'm sorry, newtons. I couldn't find 230. There was either 200 or 250, and I couldn't find 200. So I bought 250s. They work perfectly. What I also did, since I have two machines, instead of replacing shocks on both ends, I just replaced one. This one actually is a little harder to replace. You have to take all this stuff off, but this one's fairly easy. It's very accessible. So on both machines, I just replaced the left shock. And because it's higher rated, it holds just fine. And now if I have a paper jam, I don't have to come up with something to prop up the machine. It works. So these two things are the big problems on the machines. The cost for the shocks were not cheap. I had to order them from Europe, and each one was $18.69, so $37, but they charged me $30 shipping. That's unreal, but it is what it is. There is just no other way to get this fixed. And if these things were more accessible, you could just jerry rig something where you lower that and it keeps it in place. That's how it's done in cars, but not practical. Nothing in the car world, I should say, uses these tiny gas shocks. So if you have a machine like this and you're having issues with it, you can certainly ask me. There are a few other issues that I was able to fix. I don't remember them right now. I know one thing. Let me put a pause. The other big issue that I had was which envelopes to use it with this machine. You cannot go to your Office Max and buy envelopes for this machine. This machine uses specific kinds. So if you have a machine like this and it doesn't work because nothing you put in there or anything you put in there jams, you have to use these kinds of envelopes. The flap has to be no self-stick. Okay, self-stick doesn't work. And the side corners have to be long. Okay, see, that's where the seam is. The seam is long. These work perfectly. Stuff's just right, and no issues whatsoever. The paper you want to use is 20-pound is okay, but if you can use a slightly heavier, like 22-pound paper, it likes it more. Just probably because of the age. For envelopes that go for return envelopes, same thing. If you need this kind of stock, I can get them for you. I special order them from a company, and I can certainly have them drop shipped. So hopefully this helps somebody bringing this machine back to life. They are not cheap. They do not sell these machines, so if you have one like this, do not throw it away. It is a gold mine if you are billing customers on a monthly, and you just need to know how the machine operates to basically realize its full potential. Thank you for watching, save money, and have a nice day.